another one before the end of January.
No.
But we're here. First of Feb.
So for those of you, thank you. For those of you joining us for the first time, I'm Jon, otherwise known as Mr. B _Birdstreet Yarn on Instagram.
And I'm Clare _Birdstreet Yarn on Instagram.
We got it right this time as well, so that was all good.
I'm also Clary B on Ravelry, but I don't go on there very much.
No. Well, since the last podcast, the reason that things got very busy is actually we're really excited to get an invitation to exhibit at Unravel.
Yeah.
So
out of the blue.
It's been manic the last couple of weeks, and it is this week as well.
Took us all of 3 minutes to decide, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
It's a 3-day festival, and it's one that Claire's been to before, but we haven't exhibited at before.
A couple of times. Love it.
And we, initially hadn't booked in for that because we were aware of other things that we're doing in February and March and that.
And it's a 3-day festival, and it does feel like a lot. But we're going to brave it. We're
going to give it a go. Unless you try it, you never know, do you?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. And it means that this week we are madly dyeing up wool because last weekend we had flock.
Oh, we had flock.
We'll tell you about that in a minute as well because we had just the best time. It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
So we were dyeing up wool for flock as well when we take just a mini marketplace and get together with around 50 people from across the southwest.
All over.
And now this week we're dyeing up wool again. We've got today, I've just finished off dyeing up the orders for the Yarn Club for February. So those are going out next Monday.
Yep.
Look out later on this week because we'll put up the next top 10, which is for March's Yarn Club. So look out for that post on my Instagram feed.
And that's going to be 80s ballads?
I can't remember.
Or is it 80s?
It's either 80s rock or 80s ballad. I can't remember.
Rock or ballads.
We'll have a look. Yeah. We'll put that one up.
We'll sort that.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to you a bit about what's been happening. Then we're going to have Claire's Makes, which is that section about what Claire's been up to with making things. After that, we're going to give you some ideas and inspiration again for some of your own makes and some wool that we think could possibly go with that. Yeah. And then we'll tell you a bit about what's coming up.
Yes.
So should we start with flock?
Yeah, let's do flock. Flock was amazing.
Flock was brilliant.
Thank you to everyone that came and made it so much fun. I made amazing cake. It was Sophie's 50th birthday, Silver Soph.
So we had a birthday cake?
So I had a little,
a little one.
I bought her a caterpillar cake.
Yeah, it's just a bit
she
fun,
got overwhelmed when we sang to her.
Yeah.
It was really nice. It was really good fun.
And Rachel, who's at Fly Dyed, came down from Birmingham with her bestie, Nadia, and they were a lot of fun, weren't they?
They were a lot of fun.
It was really good to have them there.
It was really good.
She's got some beautiful yarn, so do go and check her out as well. I'll put some of her details on the show notes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was really great that she came, and people came from all over, didn't they? Again, Cornwall, Devon, Pembrokeshire.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, all over. People came from everywhere to come to flock. So it was really, really special. It's a special time. It's a lot of work, and we do feel very tired afterwards, but it's absolutely worth it. Yeah.
I think, I particularly enjoy the Chinese takeaway after
flock. We always treat ourselves to a Chinese takeaway after.
It's a bit of a tradition now.
4 times a year, that's not bad.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
but it's just we're so exhausted at the end of it, actually. We just can't bear to come home and cook. So. And
then we have to sort out our house the next day because it's completely trashed with everything. But we played some funny games and it was really nice.
It was good fun. In fact, at this point then, what I'll do is I'll put up some images from flock just to give you a bit of a flavour of what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
just noticing that the focus might be more on the wall behind us rather than you. So let's just change that.
Okay. You see all the debris, all of my project bags that sit along the back of the sofa.
Look at that.
Oh, poor man.
I share my sofa with the works in progress.
Uses them as pillows and goes asleep in front of
it's not very comfortable if you end up with a knitting needle in the back of your ear, actually.
Yeah,
but there we go.
There is that.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with, I'm only going to really do finished objects because all of my works in progress have been going on for some time. But I did finish a sleeve on Josh's jumper.
I love it.
So those of you that are in the know will notice that I didn't carry the pattern across on the sleeve, and on the pattern across the bottom I should have had a grey line in there, but I got so flummoxed by the chart that I put
like
the duck
that,
in.
though.
But it doesn't
really like
matter,
it.
Makes no odds. It's a lovely pattern, and I must admit I got to the sleeve and I just thought, I don't really fancy doing colour work in a tiny... It just bunched up and would feel tight, and I just didn't think my hands would deal with that. So I don't think Josh will worry that he doesn't have the
No, I don't think he's going to come and tell you off for messing the
I don't
pattern on the
think
sleeve.
so. And yeah, just one to go. So I'm pleased with that.
I love the yellow with the turquoise
I
in
love
there
the
as
yellow
well.
and turquoise. It's going to block out
Beautiful.
quite well. The floats inside are quite long, so it should block out. I'm really looking forward to blocking it, actually. I think when you block colour work, and because at the moment it just looks quite sort of bunched up and lumpy, and you can see lumps and that there, and when you block it out, it's just something really lovely about that. So looking forward to that. I really do need to crack on with that sleeve, because actually the sun's out today and it's really bright and beautiful blue sky, and he's not going to want a winter jumper. Although Joshua's 3, he's a very big boy for 3, and so I've done the 4 to 6 age, so it will fit him. Certainly for next winter, maybe even the one after if it blocks out really well. It does have alpaca in it.
If he doesn't shoot up too quickly.
He's a tall lad, that's why I did a bigger version. This is in Drops, Alaska. I'm not going to read out the colourway name because there's usually a number and there's no point. So it's 100% wool. So yeah.
Again, we'll put the details in the show notes of what that is.
Just bought a selection. I pretty much stuck to the colours that were on the pattern. So yeah.
It's lovely.
Good old wool warehouse. So his little sister didn't feel left out. I've made Megan.
She's so cute.
Little how she is.
Really is.
Such
She's going to look adorable in that.
She is. She's got the chubbiest cheeks in the world. This hat was really nice, and I can't remember which it was. We'll put it in the show notes.
We'll find out.
It's a really nice hat pattern. So you knit the ribbing. I did 9 inches, and then you decrease. I think it might be knit 2 together all the way around, or it might be knit 1, knit 2 together. No, it's knit 2 together all the way around. So you decrease really sharply, and then you knit a few rows, and then you decrease again, and then you knit a few rows, and then you just draw it in. So you've got this really nice sort of effect on the top. And this is a trim it pom-pom. Bex was showing these on her last podcast, Bex Creates, and she'd bought them from Wool Warehouse, and when I went down to our local yarn shop, they had them there, and they're really cute because they've got a ribbon on, and you just tie them
That's lovely.
through the hat, and then you can take them off if you want to wash the hat, or if you want to reuse the pom-pom on something else.
Oh, that's great.
And it was like $1.99, so it's very cute. And this yarn is Lay Family Yarns in Bruised Peach DK, and I made Kelly the blurry cowl in this with some of their blue steel colourway, and I love it. And
it's beautiful.
Still a tiny bit left, but yeah, check out this hat pattern. We will
colour.
put it in the show notes, because actually I would knit this again. It's really nice.
That's great.
So that's for Megan. Then, so I've basically just been practicing on my circular sock machine.
Claire's been on it.
I have.
Such a lot.
And that's all I want to do.
So many hours on the circular sock machine.
I don't actually want to do any work. All I want to do is play. Is there anything wrong with that, really?
Well...
Don't ask him.
I'm not answering.
Don't ask him. So, I'd mastered obviously the ribbing and the legs, and I can do the heels. These actually I did wear these on Saturday, but I have washed them. Worked out the heel. Really chuffed with that. Decided I was going to do a contrast toe, and then
too close.
Sorry, I decided not to do a contrast toe. And so I just hand knit the toes on this one. I think this is Dancing in the Dark.
Yeah.
One of our colourways. It was a random skein that I had, and I'm not sure why it was random, because actually it looks kind of perfect to me. There was a couple of white bits on it. Maybe it was patchy.
It might have just been left over from a
maybe
a custom order,
or I stole it out of the cupboard or something.
It might have been that. I do occasionally find that yarn goes missing from stock because Claire's using it for something else.
So, and this one I made for him. So I've got sock blockers that are his size, my size, and then I have a child size one, which is really handy. So this yarn was from Rachel Fly Dyed, and it was the one that she did for us when we did a Socks on Fire event, and it's called Smells Like Teen Socks. And I love the colours on this.
It's like an oil slick.
It does look like an oil slick. It's kind of quite pooly and kind of mad, but
it's great. I love the colours.
Yeah, I love the colours. Are beautiful. So I've sussed out how to do this selvage edge, which means you don't have to bind it off. You don't have to do anything kind of fancy at the end. When you pull out your ripcord, as it is, you just get a neat sort of almost tubular cast on, which I really like. So it just means when you're done, you're done. So this one has the heel, and I cranked the toe as well. And when you crank the toe, you do another heel, and then it's left open here with some waste yarn on. Take the waste yarn off, and then you just kitchen a stitch all the way around there. So actually, you can't see a join.
I think it's amazing.
I think it is too. It blows my mind.
I can't get over how you've done it, you know?
You've learned
how to do sock tubes, first of all.
Yeah.
And now you've learned everything.
Yeah, I can do an entire sock.
Heels, toes.
I don't have an engineering brain, but I actually find that really fascinating. It's so clever how you do this sort of wrapped heel, and then you do the same for the toe. And I'm really pleased with my Kitchener stitch, because you cannot see a join.
No, you can't.
Tiny little one there. And that's only because I know it's there.
I didn't see it.
I always pick out the bulgy bits.
You do, yeah.
So that's...
But I think it's brilliant as well, because you've been able to make whole socks, or pairs of socks, not just one, which, you know, your hands probably wouldn't have allowed you to do that.
No, couldn't have done it.
Much.
It would have taken me forever.
So, they're great.
This one was meant to be for a friend of ours, because he's been really kind in helping us out with some stuff, and that's the only thing I have to work on now. It's numbers of rows per length of foot.
So is it
because
too
I
small,
ended up having these.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have fit him.
Well, we
so
know.
I
think the colour would be good for him, so we'll do that again.
I've got some other yarn in mind for him.
Yeah,
so
nice.
That's absolutely fine. So.
Oh, that is just gorgeous.
Blooming lovely it is.
It is blooming lovely.
So I wanted to just crank some of our current yarn at the moment. This is blooming lovely. I did 20 row cuff on this. Still got the salvaged edge and heel, and then I did a contrast toe, so I added this toe on myself.
Figgy, isn't it? I love it. Putting those two together is great.
Really wanted to see this one knit up, so really like that. So we'll take those to shows and stuff with us, but somebody will get.
So I can't wear those then.
No,
they're probably too small for me anyway.
My size.
Oh.
And do you know what? I just love how soft it feels when it's blocked.
Yeah.
Really different. I love it.
Yeah.
And then, so, when you use the circular sock machine, you have to use something called a bonnet. It's called a cast-on bonnet, and so you have to hook the loops over all of the needles, and then that's how you cast on with your waste yarn and all your other yarns. I've got one with loops, and they was getting a bit loose, and I was worried about it breaking, and I saw this tutorial for adding these split rings. I couldn't think what they were called then. Little 6mm split rings, and you do like a turned hem, and it's really cool how you put the split rings on, and then you pull them over, and then you crank it, and you end up with this like picot edge with the split rings. So now that I can just hook them over, and it just makes it easier. So
Yeah,
I was really
clever.
chuffed with that. I was really chuffed with my own, and I didn't cinch it in at the bottom, so you just attach your weights here, and the weights hang on there. But I used a little bit of yarn that I've got, opal I think, which I'm going to make some socks with down out of the rest.
That's really clever.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that.
Really clever.
This is not one of my makes. This is one that my sister made for me. And so Becky released a new pattern a couple of weeks ago called the Stella and Jeff socks, after our beautiful doggy and Kelly and Nick's
So I hold it up a bit.
beautiful doggy Jeff. And so these have got like, they got a lace pattern all the way down, and there's like little paw prints. And then around the top, around just under the cuff, there's a little lace pattern which looks like a collar. And then down the back you've got twisted stitches which looks like a lead.
Oh,
Yeah, and so this is in the Stella Bella colourway. And then she did a pair in the Jeff colourway from Lay Family Yarns. And Kelly sent me some Jeff, and I sent her some Stella Bella. And I did cast on the Stella Bella socks, but then Bex gave me these, so I thought I don't need to knit those. I'm going to unpick those, and I'm going to cast on Jeff.
oh, that's cool.
And knit some Jeff socks. So if you watch Bex Creates podcast, I know she has a Ravelry code on there for like just a podcast codes, but I can't think for the life of me what it is right now. We'll try and find it out and put it underneath.
Yeah.
Or go and watch her, and you'll find out the code, and you can get some money off any of her patterns, I think, because she's got quite a few now. She's doing really well. Daniel, we're podcasting. Why does he always choose to make noise when we're doing this? Only 2 more weeks, and he won't be living here anymore.
I know.
Oh God.
Finally moving out. They found a place.
Yeah, so that's happened as well in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a
and
busy few
Lucy
weeks.
have been looking for a flat for a really long time, and I don't know if anybody else knows, but trying to find a rental flat at the moment is a bit of a nightmare. And
Prices for rental are just insane.
but you have to jump through hoops.
Yeah.
And if they prefer somebody else over you, then you miss out, and they've
missed out many a
quite
time.
few, and they're very disappointed, but they finally got a place, and it's in the perfect place for them. They're going to be in the city, and they're really excited. So yeah, in 2 weeks' time.
So we come back from Unravel and help them move house.
Yeah, and it's just me and you.
Yeah. I saw that.
That'd be
I'm
fine.
not quite sure how we're going to manage though, really.
No, it's going to be weird, because
It's good that we work in different parts of the house sometimes during the day as well.
we've always had kids at home, even before we were married. I had.
Well, not always, because there was a period when Dan had gone to uni
Dan
as well.
went to uni, but he was
But we
here.
did have Stella then as well.
Yeah, we had Stella.
So.
Dan came home every couple of weekends or weekends.
And he was only in Cardiff, so
he was only in Cardiff. We went
would
to see
quite
him a
often
lot.
go over for a day trip or something.
Yeah. So and then he came back.
Yeah, another chapter.
Yeah.
So.
It will change again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a bit more room, and we won't have to share a kitchen in the bathroom.
No. Come on. What
I
else
just
have you got there?
wanted to show a book that I had for Christmas from my mum and dad. It's called The Flower Yard, and it's by
It's beautiful.
Arthur Parkinson, and he's been on
Gardener's World.
Gardener's World a few times, and he gardens in containers. He has a tiny garden.
Wow.
And he just gardens in containers, and it's the most incredible thing. And he has
Is that what our garden's going to look like
absolutely,
eventually?
100%, 100%.
Might take us a
But
while.
he has chickens too,
Yeah.
And he has all these pots and there's just always covered in chickens.
Don't start getting any ideas about that.
And he does these mood boards to work out what's going where and what he's going to do. And it's got everything in it. Like, showing you how you can use your windowsill as a greenhouse and tells you when to plant things, sowing and growing, how to make wreaths. I watched him and Rachel to time make a wreath. And it was amazing. And
that was the other news in the last couple of weeks as well, actually, that our neighbours had a huge tree, actually
massive,
7 metres taken off the top of it, and the tree's been thinned, so we've actually got a little bit more light coming into the garden now. Hopefully we'll get a bit of light into our garden, but it shows you how to make... in the summer months we should have sun, which we didn't have before.
With some birch, sort of left over dead birch or whatever, to make a tripod and tie it up with this birch to help your plants climb up and things like that. So it's doing it ecologically and cheaply. Yeah. Tells you how to partner plant, understanding dahlias. There's all sorts of stuff in here, and I just thought it's really lovely if people are wanting to garden, maybe only have... Oh, and he talks about his chickens as well. And it's just, it's a really, really beautiful book to read, and I've really, really enjoyed sitting down a few times, not many. Yeah. I've planted my sweet peas. He tells you to plant your sweet peas
and now. They're starting to come up as well, aren't they?
They are starting to germinate. And he says to soak them in water overnight and plant them. And they're in by a window, keeping warm. And I'm really looking forward to that. I just can't wait
for spring now.
Yeah. So, but I really recommend this book. Yeah. It's really, really beautiful. And it's lovely to just keep on the coffee table and have a little read whenever you fancy. So, yeah.
Okay. Is that us?
I think that's it. I'm not going to show you my whips.
No.
Because I haven't done a lot on any of them.
And I've not been making anything apart from dyeing yarn.
We haven't drawn anything.
Bit of photography.
Yeah, we've been out and about, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, yeah. Yeah, we've been out trying to keep walking and visit different places.
Yeah, it's very hard.
A few lovely woodland walks. It's been good.
Yeah. No, we're not getting out every day with Stella.
Yeah.
Trying to make ourselves go out.
Yeah. Right, well, in that case, why don't we move on to some ideas and some inspiration for you then, okay?
We've been trying to
we had some lovely feedback from the last one when we did a focus on mini skeins and what to do with mini skein sets that you might have purchased, because they're often like a sweet shop.
Yeah, you want to buy them all and then you don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, so hopefully, if you've missed it, come back to the last podcast and we've got some ideas in there for some mini skein projects. But today we've got a few more ideas for how to use up some mini skeins.
There's something very exciting on the way.
Yeah, because many of you will know, of course, that last week the Painting Shawls book was released by Stephen West. We did hope we might be able to get some wholesale copies, but because we're not a bricks and mortar shop, that's not possible. Nope. But many of the patterns are actually on Ravelry anyway as single patterns if you aren't able to get hold of the whole book. And we've been going through a number of them and we've noticed that actually they're a really good way of using up some of your minis.
Yeah, a lot of them use minis.
So we're going to put together a few sets actually that we're going to put into the shop, but we're also going to use them today to give you some ideas for how you can put sets together that would fit many of the Painting Shawls patterns that are currently on Ravelry. So the first ones we're going to go through, they're all both on Ravelry and in the Painting Shawls book, and it's only the last one that we'll go through with you I think is just on Ravelry. I don't think it's in the book as well. Yeah. So what's the first one that we've got?
I've got the Painting Bricks shawl.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a little picture up here as well, so you can see what the shawl actually looks like. Now the Painting Brick shawl is a semicircular shawl, isn't it?
It looks huge. But you can do it in fingering weight or DK.
Yeah. So although there are different options, what we're going to show you today is the options that would use 4-ply and use some 2 4-ply 100-gram skeins and 8 20-gram minis. Now, for a number of the shawls, they've got different options for how big or how small they can be.
Yeah. So this Painting Brick shawl, the 4-ply version is 94 inches wide wingspan, and the DK version is 104 inches. That's huge. It's huge. It would wear me.
Okay.
It would drown me.
Now, any of the patterns or the yarns that we're going to show you in a minute could go with any of these. So what was the second pattern?
Second pattern was the Painting Stripes.
painting stripes. I got painting waves on my list, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry, I did it out of order.
So the painting stripes, yeah, that's all good. So tell me a bit about that one.
It's 3 sections, and it's kind of a modular sort of shawl. So kind of almost kite shaped, I would have said, probably. But it's got a seamless join, so I guess you knit a section and then you pick up stitches and add another section. He's done that before.
I think that one I saw a lovely version of it, which was almost in a fade of the same colour, so it was mostly monochromes.
Yeah.
But actually, we're going to show you some other ideas as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the one after that, again, I'll put a picture up. And then, have you got painting waves on there?
Painting waves, yes.
Yeah.
It's a triangular sort of sail shaped shawl. It looks really nice. It's knit sideways, so you start at the small end and work up. So you can gear yourself up for some of the long rows. I don't think it looked particularly long. I know some of his patterns have got like 900 stitch bind off, so mind blowing.
They look amazing.
They do look incredible.
You would have noticed earlier in the flock photographs that I put up that some of the people who had their pictures taken for the photo shoot were wearing Stephen West.
Oh yeah, they're big
shawls
Stephen West
and jumpers as well.
Flock.
They look stunning.
And this one's got an I-cord edging, so yeah, some of them. I mean, you're talking 45 minutes per row, and you get towards the end.
Cool.
But stunning, absolutely stunning knits. I mean, what he can do with stitches is just incredible. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one.
Painting honeycombs.
So honeycombs is a triangular shawl. That's all I've written down.
Okay. And I noticed from that one, it's really about it can be as big as you like if you and go with the small version. So there are two different patterns for the painting honeycombs. We're talking today about the painting honeycombs small pattern.
But you can just
but you can still kind of keep going and use a repeating pattern in there.
And then we've got chevrons, which is just a long kind of wrap, and it looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's got chevron edges.
That one again is the pattern can be done in both 4-ply and DK. Okay. But we're talking about the 4-ply version. Yeah. And
then the shawl party, which is not in the book. It's only on Ravelry.
Yeah.
And it's a semicircular shawl.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really amazing. It's got some slip stitches, so you get this kind of line that goes through it. It looks like it's above the knitting. It's really, really clever.
So the idea that we've got is that actually all of the painting shawls that we just talked about, so that was, I don't want to go through them all again, but painting bricks, painting waves, painting stripes, painting chevrons, painting honeycombs, all of those, we believe that you could be using 8 20-gram minis and 2 100-gram 4-ply skeins.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've thought, okay, of the kind of mini skein sets that we've put out recently, what could we do with those to add 2 extra mini skeins in to make up the 8 and a set that would really work? Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what I was playing with actually. I do love putting colours together, and in fact over the last couple of weeks it's been a real pleasure to be able to help some different people out when they've DM'd me and said this is the project that they're thinking of and can I suggest different colour combinations or whatever. So I can't wait to see some of those being knit.
Really great. Cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
So this one, I think it's safe for us to show this now because
I think it'll be okay.
So most of the colourways, these minis actually come from our yarn club from January, which was based on Club Tropicana, and the 2 extra ones that we've added in. So there it is.
We've added in this one,
which is tart, and the one on the end, which is scuba. And if we do it like that, then hopefully you can see
really nice pops of colour there.
Really kind of vibrant colours going through.
And those tonals really tie them together.
And you've got a range then of tonals and speckled yarns that I think would work really well. And we've tried to choose a main colour that we think would contrast with that or complement it really well. So we've gone with chiffon. Just
very pale minty green. Okay. And that would give it, especially with a slip stitch over the top of some of those colours, would really stand out and look really, really cool. So
I should have shown it that way around. It looks much better when I do it like that.
Very crinkly. Okay. Sorry about that. I quite like the crinkly noises.
So I will put some pictures up on Instagram, which of all of them outside of the packets as well, so you can see. Okay, so we'll start that again. The camera has this annoying habit that every now and then when you've been recording for a certain length of time it just stops and we have to restart it, but there we go. Now the next one is this, because again, using one of the sets that many of you will already have, is the Medici collection. So if you picked up on that one, we've just added in Scuba again, because I think that works really well with it, and Figgy, which is in somewhere. Oh, not Figgy, sorry, and Pecan.
Pecan, which is that one.
Yeah. And we thought that
I love this one.
Figgy would go with that really well.
Yeah, really nice.
Just coming in the top there.
So Figgy is a very dark plum colour.
Yeah, it's a kind of aubergine colour.
I do love these colours together.
Yeah.
Middleton, Boathouse, Medici, Pecan. Yeah, all number 7.
So we've got just a couple of those, and we will put some of these kits actually up in the shop. Yeah. But we just thought that if you've already got the minis and you're thinking, what can I do with them? Then you could pick up a couple of skeins of Figgy and add in the colours that we said on there. Yeah. We think that would work really well.
Yeah.
So again, for the next 2, some of you who came to Flock may have picked up the First Dance minis, which is the minis down at the bottom. They haven't been released in the shop at all, so nobody else would have been able to see these, but that set across the bottom, I'm trying to make sure it's...
So you have Beeswax, Bloomin' Lovely, Aubergine, Figgy, Cinnamon Snow, First Dance and Medici, and old number 7 popped in.
I'm really impressed. I'm amazed that you remembered all of those. So there we go. I hope those are the colours are okay for you there and you can see them.
And that's is that Beaujolais with them?
It is, yeah, and 2 skeins of Beaujolais on the top.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a really nice set. That would look
I love that one.
If I was going to make a nice big shawl, I think those are the colours I'd go for.
So I think for those, actually, the few that we've got left, we'll put up as 8 skeins instead of 6. Mm-hmm. We'll put them up as those sets.
Okay.
Yeah. And then another new one. So this is just made up out of a range of different colours. Some of them don't even have a name, so it's literally just going to be this set. Which
they've got nice deep green and light blue.
Got some really kind of muted tones in there as well.
Soft green.
Some lovely range of browns. Really soft pink of Medici on there. Because we thought that would go really well with Pecan as your contrast or as your main
really
colour.
Lovely. That's a really subtle, sort of jewel toned kit there. But that would look fab. Really nice. Actually, that might be the one I go for.
Yeah, but that last one as well is just an example, really, how you could put together minis, 8 different minis from different sets that you've got, because that's in essence what we did with those. Yeah. Was we picked out a range of minis that we just thought would work really well together.
They're all tonal, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Tannery's got a few speckles on, but they're all tonals.
Yeah.
So it might be just leftover yarns that you've got, and a nice contrasting.
So all of those would work with the painting shawls that we just spoke about. The shawl party is slightly different, because that's the one that really would need, or would go really well having just 1 4-ply skein and then 5 50-gram skeins.
So 100-gram skein.
What did I say?
One 4-ply. They're all 4-ply.
Oh, I didn't mean that at all.
100-gram skein.
I don't know. There we go.
And some smaller skeins.
100-gram skein and 5 50-gram skeins. So for those, we started off, we've taken our 50-gram skeins out of the shop actually and put them together with these kits because we think they would work really well together. And we've just added in the 100-gram skein at the end here, which is Scuba.
Yeah.
That's proven to go really well with a lot of the colours actually.
Yeah, so you've got Melba, Candy, Chiffon, Lido and Chambray.
That's it.
So a nice, really soft pastely colour, but then a really nice pop of greeny blue.
But if that's
enough for the slip stitches.
And again, if we thought, well, if that's not your colour, then you might want to pair them up with a neutral like this Stonewash. So the last one was showing you those pastel colours with Stonewash. And we thought that you might also prefer to mix it with something like Deeper, which is this deep navy colour. So
with the soft colours. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. That would look lovely. Cool.
And so there are just going to be 1 or 2 of them which use similar 50s, but this one just replaces one of the blues with another light grey. So this is replacing it with shale.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I like the next one.
This one here. There you go.
I like this one.
I'll get the next one ready.
So we have a candy pink. We have grey. We have the grey yellow, and another slightly dark grey. You've got 3 greys there. So
yeah, you've got kind of monochromes with just the pops of colour from
the pink and the
pink and the yellow
with the stone wash. Yeah. I think that would look really nice.
Yeah, that would look good. And the last one is a similar version to that. So we've again gone with the monochrome. We've put in a brulee, which is almost like just a very creamy colour. Yeah. And then you've got shale. No, pebble, shale, and stonewash again as your main colour.
10-day and red.
Yeah,
that'd be really nice.
Yeah,
I like that one. Yeah, so there's a few ideas there.
So that's about it, really. It was was to suggest that it seems as if there's a whole range of patterns there for some really stunning shawls that could all fit.
Yeah.
Start with your 6 skeins, add in 2 other colours for the minis, and find a good contrasting main colour,
but also
100 gram.
The fact that you might be making a big shawl could be really, really expensive, and 50 gram skeins just makes it more affordable. So
yeah,
it's just a good way of doing it if you really want to make a Stephen West shawl, but you don't want to fork out on 6 skeins of yarn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's it. That's the ideas and inspiration for you for this week. So the last bit is really about just what's coming up for us.
Yeah. What's coming up?
Well, at the moment, everything is all about Unravel.
Yeah.
So we'll be there next week.
Yeah.
We can't believe it that it's coming that close, but we can't wait.
Yep.
So looking forward to 3 days at Unravel next week.
We're on the first floor. I think as you come in the entrance, there's some stairs that go up into. Is it? I want to say the Tyndall room now, but I don't know if it is.
It could be.
Oh, I forget now. But we're in that room. And we'll be by Hide and Hammer and Walcott Yarns and some others. So yeah, we've got a nice big store this time.
Yeah.
And I really, really like Unravel. It's a really nice venue. It's really good. And hopefully we'll get to see lots of people we don't see over this side when we have festivals. Yeah, and then we've heard about our store for Wonderwall.
We have, so excited about that.
Wonderwall coming up in April.
So Wonderwall for us is on, well, for everybody actually, is April the 23rd and April the 24th. And then the other Wool Festival that we've booked in so far is the Summer Wool Festival, which is happening in the same venue as Fibre East used to be, and that's on July the 30th and the 31st.
Yeah. My birthday.
So that's it for us, I think. For now, that's what we got coming up. And obviously helping Dan and Lucy move house.
Yeah, and lots of, I'm sure other things will come up in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have fun with your knitting and crochet endeavours.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Enjoy whatever you're up to, and we'll try and do another one of these in around about 2 weeks, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how we are after Unravel.
We might have to do a vlog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.